Hello dear students and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we shall do your chapter number 5, Time and Tense, part 2, assignment 1. Change the words in brackets to either the simple past or the past continuous tense. Now for this, we need to know the structural formula of simple past tense and past continuous tense. Simple past tense is subject followed by V2 form of the verb followed by the object. Past continuous tense formula is subject plus was of were, indicating that it is in the past tense, followed by the V1 form of the verb, to which we add ing to show that it is in the continuous tense, and followed by the object. So, keeping these two things in mind, we will attempt the assignment. First, he was read a newspaper when I see him. He was reading a newspaper. Subject he was reading is your past continuous tense. A newspaper is the object. When I saw him, I subject, saw is the V2 form of see and him is the object. So the first portion of the sentence, he was reading a newspaper is in past continuous tense and when I saw him is in past simple past tense. You can confirm it with the formula of these two. So what you have to do, students, is write these two formulas on a piece of paper and then attempt these questions. When he first met her, she dash worked as a typist. When he first met her. Now, he subject, met is V2 form of the verb meet and her is the object. She worked as a typist. She was working as a typist. This is in past continuous tense where she is the object, was working, be working plus ing becomes past continuous. Wherever ing is added, it is continuous tense. It is understood to be in continuous tense. So she was working as a typist. When he first met her, she was working as a typist. While he dig in the garden, he find an old coin. While he was digging in the garden, he is subject. Dig is V1 form of verb. When we make it into past continuous tense, it becomes V1 form plus ing. So while he was digging in the garden, he found an old coin. Now students, why are we using was over here? Because according to subject verb agreement, we see that he is a singular subject. Singular subject takes a singular verb after it, which is was over here. If there was a plural subject, then it would have been were over here. So while he was digging in the garden, he found an old coin. He is subject, found is the V2 form of verb find, old coin is the object here. She lived with her parents when the war broke out. She was living with her parents when the war broke out. You can confirm all this with the formulas of the simple past tense and past continuous tense, which I have mentioned in blue above. Now, my sister was cooking the meal for our guests all afternoon. Sister singular subject followed by was the singular verb cooking because it is in past continuous tense and all afternoon. My sister was cooking the meal for our guests all afternoon. What dash do you yesterday in the morning, I was playing table tennis. What were you doing? What did you do yesterday in the morning? I was playing table tennis. The night watchman sleep when I passed by your house. The night watchman was sleeping when I passed by your house. Night watchman is the subject. Was is the singular verb which is following watchman singular subject followed by sleep plus ing because it is your past continuous tense when I passed by your house. While I learn French, I often make tense errors. While I learn French, I often make tense errors. The teacher came into the library to see what we were doing. The teacher come becomes came into the library to see what we were doing. It is in the past continuous tense. I spent a lot of money on books yesterday. Yesterday is in the past, so I spent a lot of money on books yesterday. Answers are given for you students. Please first attempt it on your own and then refer to the answers given. Next, we will do assignment number 2. Change the verbs in brackets to the past perfect, past simple, or the past perfect continuous tense. Simple past tense formula is subject plus V2 plus object as we have read. Past continuous tense formula always has V1 plus ing form. before which we add was or were depending on whether the subject is singular or plural. If it is singular subject, we use was. If it was plural subject, we use were. And then finally, in the end, we have the object. And what is the formula of past perfect tense formula? It is subject followed by had, followed by V3 form of the base form of verb plus the object. He forgot my name, so I reminded him. He had forgotten my name, so I reminded him. Now this is in the past perfect tense. He had forgotten. Forget, V3 form is forgotten. After he finished his studies, he lived in England for 2 years. After he had finished his studies, was living in England for 2 years. The artist finished the painting at exactly 3 o'clock. The artist had finished the painting at exactly 3 o'clock. The fire already had destroyed much of the building when the firemen arrived. She has been studying French for 2 years when she went to Paris, or she studied French for 2 years when she went to Paris. He took 2 degrees when he was in England. Now he is singular subject, so it will be followed by was, which is the form of be verb in England. The shop sell all the bread by the time I get there. The shop had sold. Sell becomes sold, all the bread. Shop is subject, had sold, bread is the object. All by the time I got there. Get becomes got. She qualified as a nurse and then get married. She had qualified as a nurse and then got married. I wear that jacket for a year when somebody steal it. I had been wearing that jacket for a year when somebody stole it. She cooked the meal for over an hour when we arrived. She had been cooking the meal for over an hour when we arrived. Now, in these kind of questions, students, you have to analyze the tense in which it is. Over here, it is very simple for you because it is already mentioned in the question that it has to be written in the past tense. Otherwise, how do you identify? Like in the 10th one, for over an hour means it is already in the past when we arrive. Next, the answers are given over here. Please refer to it. Now, assignment number 3. Complete the following sentences using going to wherever possible and will or shall in other cases. First, let us understand where we use will, where we use shall, and where we will use going to. The words will and shall are auxiliary verbs, also called as helping verbs. It is used to form the simple future tense, like has and have are used to form past tense. Whereas that same way, will and shall are used to form the simple future tense. Shall is used in the first person I and we. Please remember, I shall, we shall. Will is used in all other persons, like you will, he will, she will, or they will. These two things are very important to keep in mind. Going to talks about future plans and intentions that have already been made. Now, what is the structure of using going to in a future tense? It is either is, am, or are followed by going to plus the base form of a verb. The structure of going to is, am, or are depending on the subject, whether it is singular or plural, followed by going to plus the base form of the verb. These three things are very important, which I have mentioned: shall, will, and going to. What are the basic requirements for them? Now, going to is used with third person singular pronouns like he is going to, she is going to, it is going to, and with singular noun forms. Remember singular pronouns for all to always. Now, based on this knowledge, let us attempt the exercise. I read a book tonight. I is there, so I shall read a book tonight. The sun rise at 5:30 tomorrow morning. The sun will rise at 5:30 tomorrow morning. It is very cloudy and I'm sure it is going to rain. We use is going to after it. I stay in the town for a month. I shall be staying in the town for a month. We know I is always followed by shall and not by will. The president is going to give a speech tonight. President is singular noun, so it is followed by the structure of going to is singular noun followed by going to plus base form of the verb. Base form of the verb give remains give on. The train arrive in 15 minutes. The train singular subject is going to arrive. Base form of the verb is same. Train is going to arrive in 15 minutes. Tomorrow is the last day of the month. The gardener will water the lawn if we tell him. Now, gardener is a third person which we use will for. He is going to clean his room this evening. Now, this evening is in the future, so is going to clean. She will give you change if you ask her. She is followed by will. I and we only we use for shall. Now, assignment 4. Fill in the blanks with suitable tenses of the verbs given in brackets. They dash drink coffee when I arrived. They had been drinking coffee when I arrived. When you arrived, you would have traveled for 2 days. After I had washed the car, I put it in the garage. She often plays tennis. While he was reading or had been reading, the milk boiled over. While he was reading, the milk boiled over. Sixth, he has been working in Kolkata for 3 years now. Ravi thinks he lost his watch on the road. You stay here until you apologize. You will stay here until you apologize. I see them on the platform before they left. I saw them on the platform before they left. Next year, we shall be going to Paris. Or because we use shall for we and I. Therefore, we shall be going to Paris. When the war broke out, Mr. Bhatnagar had been working as a teacher for 20 years. My brother recently has entered the university. My brother recently entered the university. Since 1900, science has been progressing rapidly. His opinion does not matter. Although the event happened 30 years ago, he still recalls it often. Number 12, please make a change in the answer. 12 becomes my brother recently entered, not has entered. So, with this, we come to the end of your chapter number 5 assignments. If you like my channel, students, please like, share, and subscribe. Keep notification button on for more upcoming videos. And let me know in the comment section what more subjects and topics you would like videos to be made on. And kindly share this video as much as you can. And I will link a few related tense chapter videos in this particular video. Also in my playlist, you will find lot of other English grammar worksheets and concepts which you can refer to. Thank you and all the best, dear students.